Okay, it's Tuesday morning. It's quite early. It's about 7:30. Both guys are gone to work. Hubby went out fairly early. Went out just gone 6 o'clock, and my son's just left. He's put all the rubbish out. Thank you very much. So, as I said, sometimes things do sort of slight bit, and also, as I said, might go out of sync. I know you're supposed to finish one area first, but I did say this possibly could happen due to the fact if I've got see a bad area that can't really wait, need to get on with it. I will be going back to the bedroom, but I have got to do my airing cupboard, which is here. That's my walk-in cupboard. Goes right along the stairs, and it also has like all my decor pieces and everything else. That does actually, if I'm not careful, it really does get messy. This is the airing cupboard here. Do excuse any noise in the background. If you do hear any slight noises, because I have got my heating on at the moment, although it does get warmer upstairs. That's why I've got my jean jeggings on. I've got my thick sort of socks on, and I've got a t-shirt underneath, and I got my Winnie the Pooh jumper just because it is cold this morning. And although I normally get hot up here, I'm just feeling it this morning. So the airing cupboard, because I have got a whole pile of pieces on the floor which I'm going to show you. I'm hoping the lighting's going to be okay. As you can see, like any hallway, this is sort of the width. I'm going to see, it might be quite dark, I don't know. I could go and get the big heavy duty light from the shed, but I don't really want to go outside. It is bitterly cold. I think there's a frost this morning as well. So I want to get on with this. I don't want to sit down. I've sort of sipped my coffee. I haven't really finished that this morning, but I want to make a start on this, because once I start doing the job, sometimes you think, oh, why did I start this? But once I start, I knew I have to finish. So this is the airing cupboard. Yes, again, I do have a lot of stuff, and I'll give you an overview of it as well, and why I have got onto this sort of piece rather than continue with the bedroom. I will be going back to the bedroom, but as I said, with doing all the laundry and everything and catching up after Christmas, I've got a lot of Christmas pieces that need to be stored back in the airing cupboard. So I'll just show you what I've overview of here, and also the pile of stuff I've got to put away. So this is the pile of stuff. I've got Christmas oven gloves, I've got sort of towels, I've got Christmas stuff, I've got Christmas cushions, and I did take those out. I did have them just up there, but they normally go right at the top. I'm going to see what I can get rid of. This is how I organise it. This box has all my cushion covers in. Yes, I have got a lot. I did start getting rid of a few every time I do this. At the back here, that's our son's Christmas cushion, and at the back I have another crate, if you can see that. That has like Christmas cushions in. That one I don't think I used at all last year, which is bad, really and truly. It should go. I love that one. Sometimes I have that in my cubby on my chair. So that's like all the cushion covers and cushions, except for a couple I leave in our bedroom. This has tea towels that are in use. Usually I keep most of them in the kitchen. Hand towels, and then yes, this is a wine rack. I've said this before, think out the box. Rolled towels, so I've got swimming towels, then I have bar sheets there. Then here I have my flannels, and what I've done is I've done it this way. I've got two sort of baskets here. You can get these from B&M. I've used this for years. Got a little bit of wood across here just so things don't slide through like this because of the legs through the slats. And so here I've got flannels, I've got oven gloves and there's some more flannels that should be in that category, but as I go through that. Then I've got dusters. We tend to use them more for the car than the house, home, but sometimes I do find it difficult to get the dust wipes, so I did actually sometime last year buy a actual can of polish, and that's sort of dusters and cloths. And like I said, there's the other black blanket. I was wondering where it was. I thought it was under our son's bed. So that's where all the Christmas towels and everything go, and seasonal. Then I've got napkins, and I've got more napkins, and then I've got bath mats sort of rolled up, and then I have got the tablecloths. Maybe I should have shared this after I'd sorted it, but as I said, this is the first stage. At the moment, what is there is what is in use. I do keep a few bits back there that could possibly go. But yeah, again, I do have a lot of bath mats, but this is the reason, as I said, I wanted to make a go on this one. Not sure how much I'm going to be able to video, because this is me directly opposite the door, so it is an awkward angle, so I may end up having to show you after I've finished. But this is my setup. Hubby did make an extra shelf. He made this one for me a fair few years ago, so I got extra shelf, and these things at the bottom were $4.99 each. I'll probably do hopefully a close-up when I get things out. These were like, I think, $3 or $4.99, again from B&M, just so I've got that little bit of extra shelving, but they're easy just to move out when the boiler has to be serviced. So this is the job. I'm going to see what I can do. I just remembered also, which is not in this category, I don't think, is I've got some new black hand towels as well. So I'm going to make a start on this, and hopefully I will share some of the process. If not, I will explain afterwards what I can get rid of. I'm aiming for 7 items if I can, but as I said, I have got new hand towels, and eventually I will need a couple more bath sheets, but I'm also going to put the dark brown towels that we normally have for the caravan, brought them home, so I've got some backup, which I tend to do through the winter anyway if I need extra towels. So I'm going to make a start, and I'll share my progress as I go. Okay, so I've got one of the crates, and obviously the trouble is with a lot of my Christmas ones that are not in the other box over there, these have actually got the cushion pads in. So I've got these that I had first on our bed, then I had them in our son's room. So as I said, these are a different shape, so I tend to leave those cushion covers on there. So what I want to do is I'm hoping to get quite a lot of these sort of put at the top until this year. sometimes when you go into a new year, it's working it out, isn't it? So I've got my owl one like that, and I've got that bow one, which should hopefully just sort of lay on top there. Don't want to get rid of those. Now these are very sweet, and I didn't use them this year, and I'm in two minds what to do with these. I don't know whether to see if a family member wants these. So they are cute, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if a family member wants these, or a friend, before they go to charity shop. I think last time I was on the fence about these two. I used to have them on the bed, and they are so cute. But as I said, they are nice and decorative, but they're not that big. They might be all right because I think I've got a small head. But I'm going to put these aside because I think they may be going. So that is that one, and then I'm just going to get that box. I think if I remember rightly, I got rid of quite a bit at that box last year, but we shall see. Okay, so this is the box of cushion covers, and yes, I've got an awful lot, and I did go through this quite a bit last year. I'm sure I did, and got rid of quite a few. And I've said this, I use the same cushion pads, although I need some new ones for our home and the caravan, and change the cushion covers. To tell you the truth, if you like me and you like your cushions, which I do, changing them regularly, seasonal, whatever you like to do, even you know, just the colour, you know, depending on what time of year it is, does actually change the look of a room, whether it's bedrooms or lounge, whatever. As you know, I've got cushions all over the home. I do like them. Okay, the guys tend to throw them all over the place, but that doesn't bother me. It's fuller than it normally is because this pile here, I've got a few in here. You might recognise these. These are actually from the caravan. I brought them home, washed them and everything, so they're there. The ones actually on top are all the Christmassy ones that have come down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put those, excuse me, at the bottom. So I'll just do that. As I said, I'm not going to spend too long on this because I think I'm more than likely shared this before. But I'm going to see possibly about getting rid of a few, but I might, things that I think are going to take a bit of time because I don't know how boring this will be for you, is the fact that I am going to probably fast forward it, put music when I make decisions. You know how I make decisions. As I said, they're all Christmas. I've got the caravan ones, which actually I'm going to put at the bottom because I don't know when we're going to be able to use it. But most of these tend to be, again, in seasons or themes. You might notice I do tend to have a lot of ones that I've got black in, just that I swap them out regularly in lounge, well, even in that bedroom, as you know. But as I said, it is a fairly cheap and quick fix just to give that room a different look. So here we go. Okay. Haven't got rid of many maybe out this category, and I have got a confession that I between Christmas and New Year I did order some more cushion covers from Amazon. Yes, I got some spring ones, and I've got, believe it or not, some autumny ones. What I remember, yeah, got a really good bargain on those, so I'm not sure if I remember to actually share those in this video. I'll see how things go, but as I said, I did get rid of a few pieces, and this is what I'm saying about going back to those orange t-shirts. I had a little bit of a decision to make, and I've put these on top due to the fact that if I don't use these next month, they are going. That's these two. I had three. This is really more of a rusty colour. It's the Keep Calm one. I've got the bedding, but I've decided I'm going to get rid of this one. Like I said, I had three cushion covers. I had this one, I had the plain red one, and the one that's got home on, and it's got little hearts. The only reason I thought about keeping this and this one is because it's Valentine's Day, obviously in February. I used to use these a lot because I've got a lot of red bedding, but I don't remember actually using these two last year. That's why there's a question mark on these two specifically. But I'm definitely getting rid of that one, and I'm getting rid of an autumn one and the two Santa ones. So not too much out of this box, but then again, I'm on my set for my Christmas cushions. I'm on my first box. I've made sure they're all in the categories, as I said, with the spring ones. I've got my rabbit one, I've got Hello Spring, and I've got Happy Easter. Those three are on top due to the fact they're next. I do have a lot of like black ones, or this sort of one with different sayings on, and then they go to things like ones that I have in my cubby, because sometimes if I'm in there any length of time I like a cushion. I've got like autumn, Halloween, and I've got the caravan ones in there, and then right at the bottom I've got the Christmas ones. So yes, it's, if you've got room to store it, it is a good and quick and fairly cheap, inexpensive way to change the look of your rooms without having to spend a lot. It's if you've got the room to store them. So as I said, I've got I'm making notes in my planner as well on certain things, because I said 7 days, or you know, months, or whatever it is, so I know what I'm looking at. But these two, yeah, a bit longer, but if they're not used in February, then I shall get rid of those. So I'm going to put that away, and then as I said, I'm moving on. I want to get the bath sheets rolled up and put them away and sort all the Christmas pieces out. Once again, I've done it, haven't I? I started doing something, I forgot to video it. So what I'm doing at the moment, I am actually sorting out my basket. These are the ones I used to have above our wardrobes, but I used to have to put something over the top because they've got no lids. I know you can make those elasticated covers, but I use these now mostly in the airing cupboard. It just helps. Plus I feel with it being wicker, it has got these holes in, so it keeps everything sort of aired, if that makes sense, rather than have it in a sealed basket. So I'm going to take these out. There is admittedly things I didn't use this year, or should I say Christmas just gone. Does get a bit confusing, doesn't it? But I'm not sure whether I'm actually going to do that, due to the fact that we didn't have visitors. I don't know about you, but I would constantly change my hand towels, tea towels, flannels, the lot, if I was having guests, you know, either just visiting or staying over. One of the things I didn't mittenly use, and it's never been used, and I've seen these a lot when we visited family in America, is this. And I did actually get this along with other pieces from a car boot. And you don't see these so much in this country. You know, it's so you can just hook it over wherever and you can just dry your hands. I do love that. I must admit, I forgot all about this. I got my usual pieces out, but it's got this Father Christmas on. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? I love these. It's like I feel, you know, the only thing is anything with the red truck. I know Dollar Tree has so much of the truck stuff and the tea towels and everything for the different seasons. And, you know, I've looked online or especially Amazon, sometimes eBay, and I found out it's like £8 or £9 to have something that's only a couple of pounds delivered. And I'm thinking, I really want it, but do I really want to pay more for delivery than the actual item? So anyway, I must remember that. So I've also pulled out, got my Halloween ones here. So all my Christmas stuff goes in here. So again, I'm going to fast forward this bit and I'm going to put everything in this basket. Right, all here, all sorted. I'm going to just lower the camera down so you can see how I've organised it. So this is how I've done it. I've put these two on top due to the fact, obviously, they're Halloween, so these will be used first. Most of the time now until Halloween time, I do have the same sort of tea towels. I tend to use the same black tea towels in our kitchen at home and in the caravan. I don't have any actual other seasonal tea towels or anything, so I just use what I've got. But I do have a couple of Halloween tea towels that I use at home and again in the caravan, and this is how I've done it. So I've got all my towels here. I don't have any bath towels, but then again, you've seen I've got those green ones that I purchased towards the end, or was it about September time, those green ones that I used over Christmas as bath sheets and everything. So I've got all the Christmas hand towels. I've got like the tea towels here, my Christmas oven gloves here, flannels here, dishcloths here, and I slipped this one there. I must make sure I use it this year. Some of these flannels actually came from America, like this one, because at the time you couldn't get these sort of things in this country. This one I did actually get from Primark. That's £1, and I bought no end of these a couple of years ago and gave them with my reindeer flannel that I make, you know, in a little gift. So I've got one of those left. As I said, some of those are quite a few years old now. I know the cream one ought to really be thrown, which was in the cloakroom this year, because I didn't go red and green like I normally do in the cloakroom. I kept it quite neutral this year, but that could change last year. I'm getting myself confused. Last year. This year I might go back to red and green again, but like I said, it's because I've got the pieces and I can store them. As long as I review and keep an eye out what I've got. As I said, I forgot all about that. Didn't get that from the car boot last year. I got it from the previous year, I think it was. And I say, I can't believe I forgot all about that one. So I'll make sure I use that this year. So that's that basket done. As I said, I knew there wasn't going to be anything I was going to get rid of out this basket at this present time, although a couple of the flannels could be dumped because I've got enough. And to tell you the truth, usually in the sale or just after Christmas, I normally get a new pair of oven gloves to replace them, and I normally, these didn't come up too bad actually this year, and they weren't terribly marked. So because I haven't been out shopping, I haven't replaced them, so I'm just going to keep those and see what happens, you know, when it comes to sorting out Christmas pieces again, and then I may replace them. But I did have my eye on, that's one of the pieces. I did see the truck oven gloves, but again, 20, I think it was going to work out something like £26 for a pair of oven gloves, and basically I couldn't justify it. When I've added on like 10, I think it was 10 or 12 pound postage and packaging from America, I thought I can't do it, so I didn't. But there we are. So that basket's sorted, so I'm going to finish, and I'll probably do the bath mats next. Right, so I just wiped this down. I actually got some of these little, the sticky tiles a fair few years ago now, just to revamp this. It really could do with painting, and I'll have to put that on my to-do list. Maybe next time. As I said, I keep saying I've got to get my boiler serviced. Every time I'm about to do it, we go on lockdown. So I'll have to see where they'll come out. I did find my green shower loops. I kept the white ones up. Normally when I have the shower curtain up that I've got up at the moment, I tend to change these over, but I'm not going to get rid of those. So as I said, this is why I have those two little table things. I said I think I paid like $4.99 each for them from B&M, and it just keeps stuff off the floor, and it gives you that extra shelf. I can easily grab them out, so you can get at the tank and the boiler and everything. As I say, the boiler's up there. So I'm going to look at my bath mats and make a decision if I can get rid of any of them. I roll them up. Some of them have got a little bit squished. Again, I know I keep saying this, I do have a lot of stuff. As I said, we have been in our home now 30 plus years, so it's not as though we move around a lot. This is our first family home as a married couple, and it's the only home we've had together, so this is why I have to keep on top of it now. As I said, the biggest job was when we did the loft area, and we actually got rid of about 2, maybe 3 carloads of stuff, but I had to supervise that because although I didn't like going up the ladder, I did go up in the loft that particular time, but I don't like those steps, those ladders. to make sure what was actually got rid of, but that's going off. So I'm not sure if that's one area I will do again, because at the moment it's just suitcases and decorations. So I'm going to go through all these. I do have a lot of this colour for the bathroom, but some of them are getting really old and I really need to replace some of them. And I've got some at the bottom which are red, and this is why I want to do it, so I can put my Christmas ones back. You've actually got the stand on one of those little units just for the angle, so I'm gonna have to move in a minute, but hopefully you're not going to be rocking too much. I didn't actually use this one, the sheer, so yeah. And I didn't use my Halloween one either, but I've only got one each of those, so they're probably, for the time being, will be kept. So these I like because these are the washable ones. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dust this little shelf and put it back and have a look at the towels and see what I'm likely to keep. Okay, I've got all the towels back. I was actually contemplating getting rid of this set, but I've kept hold of it just for the time being. I do have a set of mats in the bathroom, and I've got a bathroom mat downstairs in the cloakroom, but I'm not sure when I'm going to be able to go shopping. But this I've left it on top because this set is probably the next set to go. We do use a lot of those sort of memory foam, do you call them, the more the thicker mats. I've got a cream one and I've got a grey one, so I may consider getting rid of that, but you don't know we're going to get shopping unless it's something I've got a lot of. And yes, I suppose I've got quite a lot, but as I said, the cream ones I tend to have in the bathroom, and the white one is down for the cloakroom, and I say I've got a couple of red ones that swap out, and then Christmas and that Halloween one. So I've got rid of one bath mat. I've got a question mark on a couple of items. I've just put them to the side because I've done this before, and then suddenly I'll say, when I start arranging it, I think that's enough, get rid of it, it's gone, it's gone, it's gone. but as I said, I don't want to sort of hold up too long, else I'm going to be, you know, wasting too much time. I think actually they usually go down here. So I'm going to dust the next one. Now this one, is it hard or not? I don't know. Some of them, the trouble is, some of it is, dare I say, sentimental, because a couple of items belonged to my grandmother, and there were things that my grandmother gave me for wedding gifts, and so I feel as though I want to hold on to them. Again, I didn't use them last year. I like to set my table nice. I like to have little mini tea parties. Just remembering the times I had with my grandmother. I have brought this up a number of times. Sunday tea, you know, she used to have the actually embroidery tablecloth, the doilies and everything, and napkins and things like that. And we used to have the little triangles. She always baked all her cakes. And she used to give us tinned fruit and fresh cream for dessert, things like that. Do you know what I mean? And I used to have, even as a 4 or 5 year old, I don't know, it was the times, wasn't it? I had my own little china teacup and saucer. Unfortunately, I don't know what happened to it. I don't know if it broke. I never did. I would have liked that actually, because that would have been a nice memory, and then I could have handed it down to our granddaughter, but I don't know what happened to that. And both of all my grandparents now on my side have gone. So yeah, and also hubby lost his grandparents a couple of years ago. So there we are. So I'm going to empty this. So this is the next unit, but it's got a lot of cloths, runners and things like that. And don't be surprised if a lot of this goes back. Just for the sake of it's stuff that I know I didn't use last year. But hey ho, what could I do? I mean, didn't have visitors. And some of them, little mini tea parties, one of my mini tea parties said, like what I said, sandwiches and things like that. She used to, she did actually, used to bake everything, even a little mini sausage rolls. I think it was the generation. I think I've mentioned this before, generations, you know, it was that generation that survived the war, you know, and it was all about mending things, reusing, repurposing everything. And sorry for the rustle, I'm just getting a wipe. And I think realistically we could take a note back from that. And I try to. I'm trying to simplify a little bit. I'd never be a minimalist. Is that the right term? No, I like my ornaments too much. I like my decor too much. I like colour. I know you can be minimalist, but normally it's very white. I could be wrong, but yeah. So I'm just wiping over this unit. That one did have a mark on it, and that because my son said he didn't want it in his room. This is before he had the last set of units a few years ago. So it's been about 5, 6, maybe even 7 years ago. He says, I'm going to dump it. It's got a mark. And I said, no, because it's extra shelving in the airing cupboard. So, yeah. And as I said, that really was, I think they still actually sell them or something very similar. But again, I haven't been in B&M for a while. I haven't been in a lot of shops for a while. So I don't really know. And obviously, I'm self-isolating sort of thing. Hubby said, well, are you going to go out this weekend? And I said, well, I'll see. Maybe go for a little mini walk with him or something. You know, not shopping or anything. Just maybe get some fresh air with him. I think the last time I actually went out the door was the 2nd of December, I think. Because that's when I went to the opticians because I badly needed my eyes done. I thought it was going to get cancelled, but they were really good, and they proved a point because they wiped everything down before I went in the room, and I witnessed it. And yeah, and after I left, I wiped everything down. Hubby needed some, went before just before Christmas to have his eyes tested, but it's something that's been put off all last year, so it had to be done. So this one goes in here like that. That one, this one is actually slightly bigger, but you can see it just gives you that extra shelving. So again, I might just actually fast forward this bit with music, because I got a sneaky feeling everything on this category will go back, but it's reviewing. The thing is, you might think it's a waste of time. You might just go, yeah, not get things out and think, yeah, I know what's there. Fair enough. But sometimes, you know, touching things. This is one of the things that I was given, and I don't really realistically want to get rid of that. I haven't used that in a couple of years, and I know I haven't, but the thing is, I've weighed the consequences, and at the moment I'd be too upset to actually get rid of it. This one was actually a gift as well. It's gorgeous. But to me, I usually like that on at Easter time. So I'm hoping that I might be able to have one of my little Easter parties, but you can only hope. But I'm not, don't get me wrong, I'm not going to get my hopes up too much, because I think it's going to be well into the summer before things get any better. And I know it's been a bit negative, but it's been realistic, isn't it? So and I think I'm just going to carry on and go through this, because this category may take me a little while due to the fact it's balancing against lockdown and sentimental sort of thing, and whether it's been used. So actually there's three, isn't it, if you understand what I'm saying, because with lockdown things haven't been used. You probably have know what I'm talking about. I've been in the same situation. Think if you are following me along and doing your organising, or whether you organise anyway beginning of the year, little things, there's a few of you that I probably will be doing little mini shout outs, because I've been getting messages that you are decluttering and things, so I hope you don't mind. I've got permission from number of subscribers that they don't mind their names mentioned, so to encourage each other, if you don't mind, I may in the next day or so start giving you shout outs saying well done. It's just nice to have that bit of a pat on the back, because I don't know about you, members of the family don't care. They do care when they can easily find something, and I can go third drawer down on the left, blah blah blah, you know, just like that. And my family members know where the stuff they're likely, or crucial stuff they're likely to want to know where they are. They know where the battery box is and where to find screwdrivers without having to go in the shed and things like that. Do you know what I mean? Most things they do. That's why I like the idea of the wine rack with bath sheets, flannels here, and how I organise them, because they can just grab them, and not everything that's going to fall out and then just get shoved. That's when I know something's not working. But going back to reviewing, it's just nice to go through. And I'm looking, and I've got this red tablecloth here, and I have got some material here that I probably could use it for, you know, doing something with, but it's that other thing for I've got a box in my craft cubby of material, and is it cheating? And I don't know whether, like this red tablecloth, it's what I use at Christmas. I've actually got the I've got some napkins somewhere that I have with it, so it's again, it's a question mark, and these are little, I didn't use it this year, but maybe next year. This is for the cloakroom. It's a curtain I made to cover where I store the toilet rolls. So again, I think I'm nattering enough too much, because I'm sort of talking out loud to think, you know, what should I keep things or not? So I'm going to continue with this, fast forward it, like I said, with music. Right, I pulled out a couple of bits, not much. One is for material to go in the material box, and one is definitely a get rid of. I put those bits on top because these are the felt ones, you know, Valentine's Day and those hearts. So I'm gonna put those on top. I've got my spring one, my green runner there. Again, whether it'll be easier next January, yeah, shouldn't do this, should I? Wish your time away. Whether this will be a lot easier next January or hopefully later through the year when things blow over, hopefully. I know they're going to say it's going to take a long time to recover, but I've put things like that there to how I tend to use them. I've got a couple of doilies. I only paid something like, I think, some 20 odd p, 25p for those. I've got one in red that I didn't use at Christmas. Again, I did actually forget about it. One in black. You know, I thought I could do something with them. But I know for a fact a lot of those that I do use, it's just, again, I know I keep repeating myself, it is because of what's happened over the last year, they haven't been used. So I have actually pulled out some material. I used to have like this sort of colours in the bathroom. Getting rid of this. I'm not even going to keep the material. I'm just going to let it go. This is another one of those that covers the toilet rolls, you know, under that shelf. And I've got this one. I used to have these colours because I used to have, because it's red, white and blue sort of thing, I used to have a lot of the Keep Calm towels, but I've got rid of all those. So I am actually going to get rid of those, and I'm not going to keep the material. I've decided I am going to get rid of this bright pink. I haven't used it in over a year, and I prefer, I've made that little curtain now, if you remember, to hide the router and everything in my cubby, so that's going. So they're definitely leaving, and again, I count these up, but I've got a couple of bits here, material, look at that, it's gorgeous, and I do like checks and tartan, and I'm beginning to think, shall I keep this as a cloth or what? It is lovely material, so I was going to put that in my material box and sort of, if I don't use it for anything this year, possibly get rid of it. But then again, by the end of this process, you might find I'll get rid of it anyway. But so, you know, a few more to go on the pile. They're definitely going. Okay, I finally finished sorting out the airing cupboard. Pretty much it's organised how I normally do it. As I say, I have my cushion covers in that box, cushions there, going down to say fitted sheets, swimming towels, hand towels. I've put the two black ones there, they're two spare ones for the cloakroom. I've slipped my oven gloves in there because I did find some new flannels or face cloths, these sort of beigey browny ones. I've got quite a few new ones because they were for doing my reindeer flannel animals, but unfortunately it didn't get done because we weren't visiting. So, and I've got all my cloths there, washing's all up to date. What I've done is all my brown pieces are there, from 2 bath sheets, a bath towel, hand towels and the flannels. they're all for the caravan, but if I do run short for any reason, I do have 2 sets of bar sheets, the ones that are in the bathroom at the moment, and then I've got 3 here. So I have 6 bath sheets ready, but in case I have to break into them, they're there. As I said, this is all organised, and these are all my napkins and everything there, bath mats and everything there, and all my tablecloths and table runners are there. Behind there I do have a pair of curtains that I haven't used yet, not sure if I'm going to use them, and I've got this Hotel Mama. It's a pink sort of mat, rubber mat. I haven't used it in over 12 months, got a question mark on that. If I don't use it within the next month, I'm going to get rid of it. And I do have a small pile of stuff here that I can count and see how many items I am actually getting rid of. So let's count the items that I've got. These I'm counting as one. These are actually the foot massage pieces. We used to have a spa mat that goes in the bath, but we got rid of that ages ago when the tips first opened up last year after the first lockdown. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, this is a cover for the sofa, 11, another cover, 12, 13, 14, 15. So that is 15 items out of the airing cupboard. Not a bad result. And this one does look quite a bulky pile. As I said, you can't always go by that. The main thing is like 7 items, because they can be, I don't know, 7 nail polishes. It doesn't look a lot, but it's still 7 items. 7 pieces of rubbish. Other times it can look quite a bit. Like I said, we actually got rid of our, or will be, it's in the shed at the moment, the office chair, which is obviously a big item, and we're using one of our dining room chairs in the games room at the moment, but it's something on our list. But as I said, I'm progressing through our home. As I said, this is day 8, I think it is. As I said, I've done the 7 days. I'm continuing. I've got a lot on my plate at the moment. I've sorted out and everything, but even if I don't show you the full process, it depends on what I'm doing at the time, and obviously lighting and everything. It's not always you know, feasible. I have got the light on just above, so hopefully this lighting is okay. But I am going through the whole of our home and seeing what I can get rid of. The shed is getting quite full actually, even now, but we're just going to store it until it becomes a time that we can actually go to the tip, or when the charity shops open, whatever, which I'm not thinking it's going to be this side of Easter, but there you are. We can only be positive. But if I get everything bundled up and ready to go for when these places do open, at least it's more like a halfway house at the moment in the shed, but it's getting to the stage now, hubby's not going to even be able to get into a shed now because the amount of stuff that's in there, but you can't help that anyway. So hopefully you've enjoyed this video and you're following along and you're getting rid of pieces. Please put comments down below of what you're getting rid of, how you're doing, how you're decluttering, reviewing, organising. And if you don't mind me mentioning your name, I can give you a shout out, and hopefully we can encourage each other to get our homes in order. So once again, hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.